Shalom, shalom, Israel. This is your brother Gad, warrior from the WFI Bay Area camp, coming at you with just a quick exhortation, right? This will just be a quick exhortation, right? And the title and I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach Malaki Yahweh Shai, worthy of all praises, right? The title of the title of this is just going to be a quick exhortation. And it's gonna and what I want to touch on is come to camp, right? The title of this is come to camp, right? Because as servants of the man of the Lord, we have to come to camp. We have to come to camp. We have to go out into the highways and hedges and compel as many that will come in and bid them to the marriage, like the Lord commanded us, right? And I'm not able to pull precepts right now, but right, the book of Matthew chapter 22 in verse 9, the Lord said, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in. Bid as many as you find, good and bad, and compel them to come in, that my house may be, that the wedding may be furnished with guests, right? Roughly paraphrasing, right? So we have to go out to the highways and byways, right? Because as you can see, all hell is breaking loose. You got uproars of the people. You got tumults, right? You got rumors of wars, right? You got damn bombs dropping. You got right, the shelves are becoming empty in the stores. You got celebrities telling the people who the Jews are, who the real Jews are. You got damn all hell breaking loose, right? Right, long story short, all hell breaking loose. And it's coming to a time, they're taking brothers' videos down. It's coming to a time where we're not going to be able to make these videos, right? It's coming to a time where you're not going to be able to go out there on the highways and byways, right? Those times are coming upon the earth, right? So we have to go out into the highways and byways now, right? Now is the time to go out to the highways and byways. Right, now is the time to come to camp more than ever, right? Right, you don't want to wait. You don't want to wait till all hell break loose. Now you want to put forth the work. Now you want to do what the Lord has said to do, right? The time to do it is now, right? You don't want to sit in the house and leave this thing stored up in a napkin, right? You don't want to leave this thing stored up in a napkin, right? We have to come to camp, right? And it's not even about being in the camp, right? You don't have to be in the camp to go tell Israel who they are, right? A lot of brothers making a lot of excuses. Oh, but the camp's this, the camp's that. Hey, brother, we don't want to hear it. Hey, go out there and tell Israel who they are, right? The Lord doesn't want to hear excuses. Go out there and tell the Israel who they are, right? Compel them to come in, that the Most High house may be full and that the wedding may be furnished with guests. Right, now is the time to do these things. Now is the time to make more videos, now more than ever. Now is the time to fast more than ever. Now is the time to read more than ever. Right, we have to do these things, right? You got to get off the couch. You got to see who's in your local area, and you have to go out there, have a meetup spot, go out there and get this thing done, man. Get this thing done, no matter where you're at, right? Israel, they love excuses, right? Brothers love making excuses of why they haven't did a video, right? Brothers love making excuses of why they haven't did A, B, and C, right? Enough of excuses, Israel, right? Enough of excuses. We have to go harder than we ever have, right? I have to go harder than I ever have, right? I'm not excluded from this thing. I gotta put forth all I can do, right? I gotta put forth all I can do, right? We have to do these things in these last days, right? The book of Matthew, right? Again, the book of Matthew, chapter 6, and I believe verse 21, if I'm not mistaken, right? Book of Matthew, chapter 6. The Lord said, where your heart is. The Lord said, where your treasure is, so shall your heart be, right? So you got to ask yourself, where's your treasure? Where are you putting all your time into, right? Where are you putting all your energy into, right? Where's all these things going, right? You got to ask yourself that. Where's all these things going, you know? Because where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. So if your treasure is in this world, if your treasure is in video games, if your treasure is with all the women, if your treasure is at your job, right? That's where your heart's gonna be. That's where your heart's gonna be, and that's what the Most High is gonna reward you with, right? You give the Most High you wanna be lukewarm with the Lord, hey, the Lord's gonna be lukewarm with you. You wanna be half-assed, the Lord's gonna be half-assed with you, right? You wanna not do what the Lord has commanded us to do, then you're not gonna get a great reward, because you have to do what the Lord said, right? The Lord, right? Why would you, like the Lord said, I'm paraphrasing, I'm not able to pull it, but like the Lord said, why do you say Lord, Lord, but do not what I say, right? Why are you calling the Lord, Lord, but you don't do what he say, right? You've been in this thing for 3 years, 4 years, right? Maybe 7 years, and you still have yet to go out into the highways and byways and tell Israel who they are, right? And I've seen this with my own eyes. A lot of brothers that don't want to go out to the highways and byways, it's all for a reason, right? Some brothers, they might have good jobs. They might have good jobs in this captivity. They might have good things going on for themselves. So they don't really want this. They don't really want Babylon the Great. They don't really want this place to be destroyed, right? They secretly, they might not come out and say it, but they secretly want to stay here, right? They secretly want to stay here. They secretly want to enjoy the pleasures of this captivity, right? And so what they do is they don't want the prophecies to start coming out rapid. They kind of they don't want uproars of the people. They don't want the pestilent diseases and more pestilence and diseases to come. They don't want World War III to kick off, right? Hey, they kind of want to sit here. They want to watch their children grow up in this captivity. They want to watch their children graduate kindergarten, right? They want to watch their children graduate high school. They want to send their kids off to college, right? They want to watch their nieces and nephews get older. They want to watch their grandchildren get older, right? We're not looking for those things, right? We're not looking for those things. I'm not looking to see where I'm at the age of 40, right? Hey, we want to get out of here. We want to get out of here. We're not here we're not here to debate amongst one another, right? I've seen that with my own eyes too, right? Brothers want to sit in the house and they don't go out to the highways and byways, but they want to debate with their fellow Israelite brother that they see wearing fringes, right? They want to debate with their Israelite brother that they see wearing fringes, but they have yet to talk to our people and tell them, hey, do you know you're an Hebrew Israelite? Do you know who God's chosen people are? Right? They don't want to tell their people that, but they rather debate with their fellow brethren, right? Here they are drooling at the mouth, right? Drooling at the mouth, just lusting to debate with their fellow Israelite brethren, right? But they have yet to tell our people, who they are. They have yet to gather together. They're always making an excuse. Again, Israel, the excuses need to stop, right? The excuses need to stop, right? They're taking brothers' channels down. The Lord told us, right? The Lord told us in Matthew 24, right? You shall be hated for all men for my name's sake, right? And a lot of brothers are scared of that. A lot of brothers are scared to be hated amongst the world, right? But yet, do you know you're already hated, brother? Right? You're already hated amongst the world, right? Right? All right. Now, you might have Edomites. You might have, certain Israelites. They might smile in your face, right? They might bring you gifts at your job. right? They might call your phone to see how you're doing, but hey, they secretly hate you, right? They secretly hate you, right? You can't be afraid of this thing, right? Right? Like the Lord told Jeremiah in Jeremiah chapter 1, Jeremiah chapter 1, right? He said that if you're afraid of these people, hey, the Lord will confound you, right? The Lord will confound you if you're afraid of this thing, right? If you're afraid of what this thing comes with, right? You got because we're at, it's war out here. It's a spiritual war going on, right? We're at war out here with Amalek, right? And all the other nations too, but it's going down right now between the Israelites and Amalek, right? The Lord said in Exodus, that he will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Exodus chapter 17 and verse 15. He said he'll have war with Amalek from generation to generation. And that war is still going on today. Right? They're mad because they're getting exposed. They're mad because they're getting exposed. They're mad because this truth is coming out. They're mad because Israelites are putting fringes on and celebrating the high holy days that the Most High gave us, instead of celebrating wicked Halloween, instead of celebrating Thanksgiving, damn Christmas, damn fake ass New Year's, right? When the New Year is really around springtime, right? Around March, April, give or take, right? And that brings a lot of money out of their community, right? It brings a lot of money out of their community. It just brings a lot of money out of this society, right? But you got men that don't want to come to camp, right? We have to come to camp, and you got to ask yourself, brother, what's stopping you from coming to camp? Again, right? Again, Matthew chapter 6. The Lord said, "Where your heart is, so shall your treasure be." Salakia, where your treasure is, so shall your heart be. Right? What are you spending all your time on? Are you just in your ribs? Are you just in your ribs bosom? Is it your rib, brother? Is it your rib that's stopping you from coming to camp? Right? Is it your children that's stopping you from coming to camp? Right? Here it is. It's Saturday. All the brothers are at camp, but you're at your damn kids' basketball game, right? Or here it is. Everybody's at camp. Here it is. Everybody's at camp. And you're at home with your damn rib, right? You want to make it seem like you're just this mighty brother, but then when it's time to put in the work, you go ghost, right? Nobody knows where you are, right? You're not answering your phone, right? The Lord said, "Come to camp," right? The Lord said to come to camp, right? Right? In the book of Exodus, right? In the book of Exodus, chapter 32, I believe, in verse 6, right? Brothers, correct me if I'm wrong. Exodus 32 and verse 6. The Lord told the children of Gad and the children of Reuben. He said, roughly paraphrasing, he said, "Shall your brothers go to war, and shall ye stay here?" Because we all know that the tribe of Reuben and the tribe of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh, they were those that had got their inheritance first out of all Israel. They got their inheritance first. And so when they got their land and their inheritance first, they asked them, because the Israelites, they were going to go across Jordan to take over the rest of the other land that the Lord had gave unto them. And they had to ask Reuben and Gad, "Shall your brothers go to war, and shall ye stay here?" Right? So you got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself, shall your brothers go to war? Shall your brothers go to war, and shall you sit at home? Right? So here your brothers are on a battlefield, and you're at home. You're at home eating cheese puffs. You're at home eating cheese puffs while your brothers is putting their hand to the plow, while your brothers are shaking their hand, sweating, right? Sweating, damn near at war, at war, yelling, screaming, right? Waking up the lost sheep of the house of Israel, right? Resurrecting the dead, right? Doing all these things, right? And Salakia, that wasn't the book of Exodus. That was the book of Numbers, right? That was the book of Numbers, right? It just came to my mind, right? I was just reading that earlier, right? That's the book of Numbers, right? The book of Numbers, chapter 32 and verse 6, right? Shall your brothers go to war and shall you stay here? Right? Shall your brothers go to war and shall you stay home? Shall you stay home with your rib? Shall you stay home and do God knows what? Right? Right? Brothers have to put their hand to the plow. We have to go as hard as we can now in these last days. Right? We have to go as hard as we can now in these last days, right? The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9 and verse 10, the Lord said, whatsoever your hand findeth to do it with all thy might, right? Whatsoever your hand findeth to do it with all thy might, right? If you're gonna be a servant of the Lord, do it with all thy might. You can't just pick and choose what you want to do. You can't just pick and choose what high holy days you want to keep. You can't just pick and choose when you want to wear fringes. You can't just pick and choose what days you want to pray and what days you want to read. Right? You have to do everything the Lord said, right? If you want to be a servant of the Lord. If not, then why are you here? Right? If not, then why are you here? You got to love to do the work, right? Right? You have to love to do the work or what you're here for. Right? If you don't love to do the work, what are you here for? Right? Ask yourself that too, right? If you don't love to do the work, what are you here for? Right? Are you just here for women? Are you just here to make a name for yourself like those men did in the book of in the book of Maccabees? Right? Are you just here to make a name for yourself? Are you just here to say you're an Israelite and to look all high and mighty? Like why are you here? Right? Why are you here? You gotta ask yourself, why are you here? Why are you here? Right? Everybody should ask yourself that. I gotta ask myself that, right? Why am I here? Right? Why are we here? Are brothers here just for vainglory? Right? Because the Lord knows your heart. And the Lord will catch up to you. Right? The Lord will catch up to you, right? Like brothers always say, you could fool a man. Right? You could fool a man. You could make it look like you're sincere. You can make it look like you're doing all you can. But the Lord knows your heart. The Lord knows what you're doing. The Lord knows what you're doing when you go home. Right? The Lord knows what you do when you wake up. Right? The Lord knows if you're calling, checking on your brother. Right? So again, brothers need to come to camp. And like I always say, you don't have to be in a camp to go out and preach the word, right? That's what I should have titled this video is preach the word, right? You got to preach the word, right? You don't have to be in a camp. Hit up your fellow brethren that I guess that that are not in camps, and go out and preach the word. And we're not saying preach the word once a year, right? Right? We're not playing that game. We're not just, we're not going out there. We're not preaching the word just once a year, right? It's right. We're not making up days, right? We're not making up days. It's National Preach the Word Day, right? That's madness. And that's a high level of slothfulness, right? That's madness, and that's a high level of slothfulness, right? We're not making a national Preach the Word Day, right? Right? Most brothers, we go out there, maybe Fridays, right? Maybe Fridays, and ultimately Saturdays, right? Fridays and ultimately Saturdays. Now we're nowhere in captivity. We know that we have we have a life. We have things we have to do, right? And the Lord knows that. The Lord knows we have things we have to do. The Lord knows that we're in captivity, but that's no excuse, right? You can't be afraid of people's faces. You can't care what people think, right? That's another thing too. A lot of people care what people think. They want to sit in the house and hide behind their curtains and look through their curtains, right? And make sure nobody's watching them, right? Because they're afraid, right? The Lord said if you're afraid, He'll confound you, right? He'll confound you to their faces, right? And Psalms chapter 22 and verse 4 and 5. The Lord said, see if our fathers ever put their trust in Him and were ever confounded. All right, see if those that put their trust in Him have He ever let them down? Right, you put your trust in the Lord. If you're in this thing sincere, brothers gotta gird their loins up, man. Brothers have to gird their loins up, right? Stop trying to debate amongst one another, right? Stop making excuses. Stop serving your women, right? Stop bowing down to your women and serving her instead of serving the Most High, and do what the Lord said. Right, do what the Lord said, because now is the time. Right, the book of Revelation, chapter 22. Right, the book of Matthew, chapter 22. The Lord said, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to as his work shall be. Right, you don't want to wait till, and that's another thing too. And it's a sad thing that a lot of brothers they're gonna wait until the first nuke drop, right? You got the damn Russia and the Ukraine, right? They're gonna wait till that first nuke drop, and then they want to get right, and then they want to try to turn on the live and make a video and try to proclaim all these things amongst the housetops, right? The Lord said in Matthew chapter 10 and verse 27, He said that I tell you in secret. That I tell you in secret, proclaim amongst the housetop, right? But then they're going to want to proclaim it. Then they're going to want to proclaim amongst the housetop. Then they're going to want to do all these things that the Lord said do, right? Then they want to walk out with their fringes, with their chest puffed out, right? And their damn gold menorah chain and their damn chauffeur in their right hand. Right? Then they're going to want to do these things, right? But you don't want to wait for that, right? Now's the time, right? Now's the time, brothers, to go out to the highways and byways. Now's the time to proclaim what the Lord has told you in darkness, to proclaim it in the light, to proclaim it amongst the housetops, right? What He told you in secret to proclaim amongst the people, right? Now's the time. Now's the time to be on fire. Now's the time to make more videos than ever, right? And again, you can't be afraid. You can't care what people think, right? You got to go all out. We have to go all out, right? Because we're living in the last days, right? And I don't know if you don't know, we don't know what to tell you. If you don't know that you're living in the last days, we literally don't know what to tell you. Because ultimately, I know brothers told me within themselves is that you can feel it. You can feel it. You can feel that these are the last days. You could see it. You could see it. You could hear it, right? You could damn taste it. You could taste that these are the last days. You can see it. You can hear it. You can just feel it in your body and in your soul, right? You can feel that these are the last days. Right? So now's the time, Israel. Now's the time, right? Stop all the altercations, right? Stop all the debating amongst fellow Israelite brethren, right? Stop all the hatred, right? Love your brother, love your nation. Do all that you can with thy might, right? Go out to the highways and byways. right? Wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Turn from your wickedness and your wicked ways. Put away those demons that you've been dealing with for 2 years now, right? Put away those demons that you've been dealing with for 2 years now, right? Gather together, like the Lord said, right? And let's do the work, right? Let's stop just calling the Lord Lord and not doing what He said, and let's do the work, right? Let's do the work and let's call upon the Most High's name, right? The Book of Psalms, right? The Book of Psalms chapter right? The Book of Psalms chapter 33, if I'm not mistaken, 33 and 3. Lord said, gather together. The Lord said, let's come together and glorify the Most High's name. Right? Come together and let's glorify the Most High's name together. Right? So let's do that. Right? And right? I'm saying this to all brothers. Let's come to camp. Let's not have no regrets in this thing. Right? And so with that, I want to close up by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem HaMashiach wa Malaki Yahushai, worthy of all praises. Right? Shalom.